has to pay, and we look at the Indian condition today, right from bringing LNG to India and delivering it to the doorstep of the customer, regasification tariff, pipeline tariff, the inefficient tax systems which we have, the delivered cost increased by almost $3, $3.5. How do you make competitive to this fuel against the alternate fuels who has all the other advantages? If you look at LPG itself, when the entire country is depending upon LPG, we have hardly any strategic storage of LPG. And we are talking about creating a strategic storage of LNG. I think we need to fundamentally look at it. It's good to have for the discussion point of view, but let's understand the nuances of it. It's next to impossible to have this kind of strategic storage, at least in Indian condition today, because of very high competitive cost associated with this.
Maybe I'll react, and maybe I'll request Rajiv ji picked up his microphone quickly on that. There are different ways. It is not just consumers. It can be a government kitty also. The Japan example, JOGMEC is paying. It is the Ministry of Trade which is paying. So number of ways of managing it, and the profit and loss gets accounted for. So at times you make profit, at times you make loss, and that gets accounted for. So yeah, Rajiv ji.
First of all, I'll address LPG storage also. So HPCL has recently built an underground cavern at Mangalore. Aegis has built 2 huge tanks at Mangalore port, and they are building 2-3 more at Jawaharlal Nehru port. So even that is also being addressed. Now coming to natural gas storage. So we have, as Nakul has also mentioned, so incidentally GAIL has been part of study for both the strategic storages underground as well as LNG storage. And we have studied both the storage system in detail. Yes, underground storage we found very, very expensive from several angles. That number one, it will need lot of idle volume so as to maintain certain pressure. And second, every time you want to take it out, there is a cost. And third, if this strategic storage is lying idle, then there is a huge cost for this inventory. In developed world like US or say Europe, this is functional because they have a lot of cyclical requirement. What happens in winter times, natural gas demand goes to 3 times, daily demand goes to 3 times the normal demand in the summer days. So this much is the cyclicity. So therefore, all the companies do use this natural gas storage so as to take care of their winter requirement. So because of all these reasons and the costs that we were getting for underground storage, so that is in the little low profile or low back channel. And then the model that we are framing for LNG storage is also, wherein everybody is sharing. Government is also expected to share and chip in some viability gap funding. Terminals will be allowed to use these tanks to some extent so that they also get benefit. So they also take care of little bit of cost, and then consumer also has to pay a little bit. So the cost is getting divided in all the 3 centers, and I'm sure this will be very helpful for the country. And the best part of it is that it can be built in steps. You need not do it entire thing in one go. So that is what the committee has also recommended, that we'll go step by step.
Sure. Thank you so much. I can see that times is up. So, given the paucity of time, maybe over the tea, we can have our questions discussed with the various panelists. Thank you to the entire panel.
One last comment just to close this part what Rajiv has said. Yeah. The point what you're mentioning is that we need to very upfront we are mentioning that is it a term policy or is it an endowment policy? The whole idea is that if you are wanting to secure your life, you pay a term this thing, you don't expect anything out of that. Now the question is who pays? तो एक हिंदी में जैसे कहते हैं ना कि जो जिसको दर्द है प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर वही है. तो यहाँ गवर्नमेंट चाहती है कि हमें स्ट्रेटेजिक स्टोरेज बनाना है, बाकी लोग हेल्प करेंगे, गवर्नमेंट सेस के फॉर्म में ले लेगी और एक बार बना के उसको छोड़ दिया, उसकी इकोनॉमिक्स से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है। आप इकोनॉमिक्स में अगर कुछ कर पाते हैं, दैट इज बोनस फॉर यू।
Yeah, and just to add, the country is already paying a cost today of not having that storage. The volatility we've seen in our prices in India, countries with more storage have seen much less volatility, right? So one way or the other, there's a cost. You can decide how you want to apportion it in a reasonable and fair manner, but the country is paying a cost even today when it doesn't have that storage.
Sure, thanks, Uncle. Thanks to the entire panel. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, I'm such
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के महत्वाकांक्षी मुहिम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए IGL दिल्ली के गांवों में पाइपलाइन पहुंचा चुकी है और इस दौरान दिल्ली के गांवों की रसोइयों में कनेक्शन चालू किए जा रहे हैं।
हमारे गाँव में नहीं, आसपास के सभी गाँव में जो तुरंत गवर्नमेंट जो सफर गाँव की जो जमीन काफी कम करते हैं।
डोमेस्टिक PNG कनेक्शंस की बढ़ा यानी स्वच्छ हरित और किफायती ऊर्जा जो गृहिणियों को 24 घंटे 7 दिन तक होगी।
चाहे सुबह हो, शाम हो, दिन खत्म होने के बाद में रेडियो की दवा फोन किया और अपना काम स्टार्ट कर दिया।
2025-26 में दिल्ली के हर गांव में PNG की पाइपलाइन पहुंचाने के IGL मिशन मोड पर आगे बढ़ रही है। वास्तव में शहरों और गांवों के बीच में सुविधाओं का अंतर अब तेजी से मिल रहा है और IGL का ये कदम विकसित भारत की उभरती कहानी का एक गौरवशाली अध्याय है।
आप सोच रहे होंगे कि CNG पंप पर इतनी खुशी क्यों? बात यह है CNG गांव शहर हर जगह आसानी से मिलेगा। झट से भरे माइलेज बढ़े, खर्चा कम करे, सबकी बचत बढ़े, ज्यादा फायदा करेगा। इसीलिए बाबू हमारी गाड़ी में भी सीएनजी ही डलता है
सर, जो पर्यावरण के लिए भी सेफ है।